What's up, guys? I'm with my boy Sauce. We actually just recorded a 40-minute update review that got scuffed because the audio wasn't working. So we're gonna review the update again and everything that IGG added. But just to preface, because we just did this video and we read everything, we're gonna have a good idea of how we feel about things. We might be breezing through it. But
You're
yeah, let's get into it. Sauce and I, the top two Clash of Lords 2 YouTubers, popularity wise. And yeah, for this update, I said this in the last video that we didn't publish, but a lot of the community was like confused why there was no content, and I think this is like a good response from IGG. They added a lot of stuff this update, like relatively speaking. Um,
yeah, we got a new hero, new glyphs, and costume. So yeah, it's a good amount of stuff.
yeah. So we'll start with the Battle Pass. 49 days as usual. Thank God they didn't increase that. Um, this Battle Pass, I think it's worth it if you want the new hero, which it has the new hero shards at the end, and it has a unique avatar with the new hero too. So I think it's a good deal overall. Um,
Is that the first green avatar we get?
yeah, I was thinking that. I feel like this one stands out too because there's like this green flame in the background. I can check real quick.
I think landslide was one. Yeah, landslide.
Landslide, maybe Wonton. Yeah, but I think this one's cool for sure.
Yeah,
Um, so new hero shards in that one. Next, before we do the hero and the glyphs and the costume, they added Sacred Warrior's enchant skill. Um, so I know the stats for max level, 20 out of 20. It increases the damage dealt by a target hero by 20%, and there's a 45% chance they will not be affected by debuffs. And if you guys don't know, the Sacred Barrier, that's referring to his active skill, which activates on 3 allies and Sacred Warrior. So 4 of your 5 allies are going to have that barrier, which means 4 out of 5 allies are going to have a 45, basically a 50% chance to be immune to debuffs. Um, what did we say about this in the last video? I feel like it's
Oh, that we don't see many people using Sacred Warrior on defense, but now, you know, because Steward got nerfed, now we might see it come back.
yeah. So yeah, a lot of the heroes that were added since Spirit Steward was released were like pretty useless on defense just because of how OP Steward was. But now that she's nerfed, maybe there's some usage here.
Yeah,
This is
because
obviously,
we saw players like Adam, Apache, FA. They had Sacred Warrior like level 250, but there was no point. You can't really test if it's good or not. Yeah, because of what Tommy just said. Like Stewart was just so it
yeah.
didn't matter.
And on paper, I feel like this enchant skill is genuinely good. Like it's basically a 50-50 whether your debuff a debuff gets applied to you or not, and I think that's really good. But
Yeah,
but time will tell. We'll see people test it in the future, I'm sure. Um, Next, we have the Demon Slayer costume, which I'm a huge fan of. Um,
I think Hell Dude said something in the Discord about that it doesn't have any eyes. Like how can it see?
oh yeah, no, dude, it'd be cool if there was like green flames out of his eyes. That'd be really
Oh yeah,
cool. And I feel like he could use a bit more particle effects.
yeah.
Like if you look at this costume, there's like snowflakes.
Oh okay.
If he had like some flames around him, that'd be cool. But at the end of the day, I can't complain. I feel like this was long overdue. I
Yeah.
said in the last video that we reviewed this update, I was begging for a Demon Slayer costume for like 6 months, and I think IGG finally took the hint. And we'll see. Hopefully, it's animated. That's like a big key point.
Yeah, seeing green flames or rings around Demon Slayer when you pull somebody, that would be interesting.
Yeah. And if it wasn't for him, I don't know what other hero like really needs a costume. So I feel like that was the best pick for sure.
Probably Sav.
Yeah,
Sav
I
is
was just about to
actually
say. I think Saf,
only got one.
maybe another Spirit Steward one.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah. So the new hero, we spent like 40 minutes reviewing basically,
Literally.
and we're gonna review it again. We're not gonna read every single word of these skills, but the overall gist was that he has some unique stuff that I think, or we think, could be good, but it just
Yep.
requires more testing. Um,
And
so
where it says, is it the skill that said something about base HP, or was it the divine?
it's the divine. Yeah.
Oh, base HP. Yeah, we were going on about if base HP means like just the white number. If you could show an example where you
Yes. So the base HP for my Penth, who's level 250 by the way, is only 300k.
which
With the
that's really what base HP means, but maybe they wrote it or coded it and as in being the full number like
the,
combined.
the 8 mil, yeah.
Because that would make more sense because a base HP of 300,000, like come on. That's 30% of that is what 30K? Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about how
I know it's not
uh,
right, but yeah. You can check it what I'm saying.
yeah, it's like close enough. We were talking about how IGG keeps adding base HP into various things, but if that's actually what they mean, it does like no damage, and it's almost like they're trolling. Like why did they even add that? So maybe
Yeah.
it does mean max HP. Um, but that's the divine. For the skill, we'll let you guys read it because we already read it, but it's on screen for you guys to see. But what we thought about it was that there's not really like anything new mechanic wise. It's kind of the same old. It reminds us of the rock note glyph, which reduces HP recovered. The cool thing about it, if anything though, is that it hits 3 enemies and it does 350% attack damage. So maybe if you get low cooldown, like Zafan style, it does a lot of damage.
Yeah. And that multiplied with what we're gonna get into later with the glyphs, the new glyphs that came up.
Oh right, yeah. Um, so overall, I think the skill is kind of just average. It doesn't really stick out that much to me, but um, if anything, it does do a decent amount of damage.
Yeah.
Next, we have the divine. Actually, before I even give you our thoughts, let me show it in battle. So heroes are gonna die. This is from his insight, which I'll get into later. But let me show the divine right now. It's this giant blade, just like that. And what did you think about the divine when you first saw it? How do you feel about it overall?
Well, first, I was questioning if it covered the full map, so you could like drop heroes on the opposite side and have the new hero. Like, let's say you're doing what's it called, a demon slayer pool, right?
Yeah.
You have your bastion and maybe what your melee hero on one corner, and you have the new hero on the opposite corner. But I think the divine doesn't stretch all the way. I think it's like half the map.
Yeah, it's half the map.
But I was thinking it'll work well with demon slayer if you pull the main five and then you tap the divine on the heroes that are pooled because is it a chance of them losing mortality or is for
No,
sure?
it's 100%.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Yeah, for 8 seconds. So I
Yeah.
think that's big because now immortality is that's glory priestess, right? Immortality.
Blessed
That,
square.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's square. So yeah, removing that for 8 seconds, that's huge.
Yeah. We're still confused about the base HP, which we talked about.
Yeah.
Um, I'm a little confused also because Djinni will remove immortality for like 45 seconds, and it's like auto targeting across the map, whereas this guy,
Hmm.
they have to be bunched up. Um, so I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like it's a little underwhelming for a divine skill in 2025. But who knows? Maybe it gets some sort of effectiveness. Next, we have the insight, which you guys saw, that huge explosion when I was demoing the hero earlier. He drops 6 traps on the map right when the battle starts, or right when he's deployed, rather. And they do damage. The thing that stands out from this to me is that the AoE is huge. It literally covers like the whole entire screen, and it makes it so that enemies hit basically can't do large amounts of damage.
Yep.
Um, I'm gonna show it again right here.
And
So
we were
you,
talking about combining that with Foxy Fortitude. So if you have those two and your main five on defense, that could like mess up. It'll definitely mess up staff hitters. I feel like.
yeah,
And Chrono and X hitters, it could still mess them up as well.
yeah. The conclusion we had was that it's definitely defense oriented. Um,
It makes sense to make that a Fortitude, in my opinion.
it does seem like a fortitude for sure.
Using it on offense, trying to think.
The thing, bro, is that it doesn't refresh though. That's where I feel like they
Yeah,
could have really
yeah.
made this hero amazing. Um,
But then again, it is the insight. So the insight, like that insight would be broken if it kept refreshing. I feel like.
True. I don't know. Maybe they added his enchant skill later to like do something with it.
Yeah.
Um, or I mean, enchant skills are usually for active and divines though. But um, on if you put this on defense, theoretically, if the what's his name Shuriken Ace does enough damage, he can like one shot people off the gate. Because I believe before you drop a hero on offense, you're not going to know where the traps are until the battle starts. So let's say you drop a hero, and next thing you know, there's like two traps on Glory Priest's foot. Maybe that like messes the drop up. But at the same time, if you drop Penth, she can literally just bait out for 10
Yeah.
seconds, and the traps are gone. So it's
Yeah. Maybe
definitely
you
going to,
drop Int and it'll show every single trap.
and then you can like work around it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're doing like a Saf hit or Demon Slayer or Djinni, it might cause some havoc for sure.
Hmm.
Next, we have the aid skill, which in my opinion is it looks OP on paper. Um, I'm not really sold or interested in the first part that says they get a shuriken to surround them, dealing AoE damage. It just reminds me of Thunder Wings Thunder Quill, and that did no damage. It didn't even benefit from spear or anything. But the bottom part says you're going to be immune. If you use this hero aid, you're immune to heroes that don't have this hero aid, which sounds insane to me. Um,
Yeah, and for those confused on what is Malice Guard, most likely we're thinking that
oh
they
yeah,
meant to say the age skill
yeah,
because
because
there's nothing that's called Malice Guard.
no, they 100% did a typo because Sacred Warrior's aid skill is Tactical Escort.
Yeah,
So is this guy's. So they definitely did a typo. I think this should be Malice Guard.
yeah,
Um, but the big question is if it makes aided heroes permanently immune to heroes without the aid, or only for 10 seconds when the shurikens are active. But either way, it sounds crazy to me.
yeah. Not being able to get hit unless you have that as aid.
Yeah. And we were talking in the other video about how at the very least it might make you like replace, let's say, like an imp aid or a foxy
Yep.
aid on X or something, which if you're replacing that, you're losing out on some damage.
Yeah.
Um, all right, last part is the fortitude. Let me read this again. I don't know,
That's
dude.
what
I feel like
the highest attack. I think a lot of people have Pent as like their second highest attack, which
yeah.
you know, 80% chance to throw shurikens at three nearby enemies. Oh wait, never mind. They don't have to attack. Oh no, they do. Oh, never mind. Yeah, highest attack
Yeah. When the highest attack attacks.
to throw
Yeah.
shit.
So the first part, the immunity to skill damage is pretty irrelevant because it's 10 seconds. Like it's the same issue with the traps. You can drop Penth, wait 10 seconds, and then it's just the skill is irrelevant. So I don't know about the skill immunity being
Yeah,
that effective, but um, the second part where the highest attack heroes have a 80% chance to throw shurikens, that sounds like an insane amount of damage. 400% attack times 3 is 1200%. And if you have an 80% to do that every attack, you're going to do that what, like 8 times in 10 seconds? It just sounds like an insane amount of damage. I can't believe. I wonder if there's like a limit, because if a
Like,
shooting star is doing that every attack, that's just gonna like destroy everyone. But
a lot of these things we're just going off of what we read, but we just got to test.
yeah, it's definitely gonna take some testing.
Hmm.
The last thing is the glyph set, which is, you said, the 11th birthday?
Yeah, 11th anniversary.
Okay. Yeah, this is the same exact. It's an anniversary set technically, with the same slots as the fourth anniversary set. Um, our initial impression was that the set bonus is definitely something special for defense, but overall, the glyph set. What did we say again? The star. I don't think the star is good, and it's a
Yeah,
tier
the
three.
star didn't seem that well because there's no stack on the 17% damage,
Yeah.
and then it talks about restoring 59% of base HP, and then that's where we get to the base HP. Like, is it talking about just the white number or the number as a whole? Because if it's the white number, which that's really what base HP is, then that's nothing.
Well, here's why I'm confused though. Is look at Sacred Warrior's active skill. It says restore the hero's HP by their maximum. So they know how to
Yeah,
differentiate base and max. So I don't know.
yeah, that's pretty
Um,
good.
yeah. So the triangle, I'll let you guys read it. I'll leave it here, but it literally sounds exactly like the fragrant perfume to me, except instead of applying a spray to enemies when you get hit, you are applying the spray to enemies when you attack them. And it also does more than twice the amount of damage as fragrant perfume. But I'm guessing because it's based on who you attack, you're not going to be applying it to like every tower or every hero. At the end of the
Yep.
day, it seems like it might melt through armor if it's the same sort of damage type.
Yeah, I like how it's not a percentage of it happening. Like it's saying, oh, it will happen every eight
All
seconds.
right. Yeah, this one is percentage based to activate. This one is guaranteed to activate.
Yeah,
And it, like I said, it does twice the amount of damage, so it could be good. I could see people using this to score a lot of points against armor. Next, we have the Hex. We both agreed this was probably the best glyph in the set.
hmm there's just
Um,
one thing that would either make it like really OP or just good, and that's if the what did we say?
if the balloons stack or not.
Oh yeah, between those 8 seconds. So every time they use an attack, let's say there's 60% chance of it happening, but if every time that it happens, it'll activate between those 8 seconds. So or not, or it just being one time during those 8 seconds.
Yeah, if it stacks on a hero like Zafan, I think it would go crazy. And it does look Zafan oriented because it has crit rate too.
Yeah.
It activates on the active skill. I think it's cool, just like the fact we're gonna be putting balloons on heroes now. That also sounds funny.
I wonder how the animation will look.
Yeah, I'm curious. It's gonna like follow them around. But the big question is if that balloon stacks. Like, let's say you can put 10 balloons on them, and then
Yeah.
after that 8 seconds they all blow up. That could be really good. Um, and it is AOE damage, so
Yeah.
it
It'll
could.
have balloons. What? Oh, balloons will explode around around the area.
Yeah. And I also wonder, it says it's going to attach a balloon to the current target. Does that mean the hero being attacked, or does that mean any hero that receives skill damage? And the reason I think that could make this glyph OP is like, let's say you do skill damage to like three enemies, like with the new hero, then it puts a balloon on three people. So I guess that's a big um, if factor also.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, the star. I feel like this is honestly one of the worst tier 3 glyphs ever. It gives you damage, which is good, But like these two glyphs, they give you damage to your whole team, and they give you a lot of damage. This one also stacks up to 5 times. This one only gives you damage to the hero equipped with it, and like we said, it restores base HP, which if it turns out to be max HP, I honestly think this glyph is OP, but as of right now, it doesn't seem that good if it's base HP.
Yeah. I was thinking if you put the new hex on Pin
Oh, if she
anytime,
hits 5 enemies, bro, imagine.
basically every single she throws how many javelins? Like 8,
Yeah, but
and it's a
she'll
sixty
hit the
percent.
entire team for sure,
60% chance, and
without
then they'll
without
all have it
resonance.
attached.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
yeah, that could be really good. Lastly, the set bonus. The set bonus has a pretty game-changing effect at the bottom. So it basically gives you a blessing that lasts for 10 seconds, which has a chance to be reset. But the key point is when you have that blessing active, you have a 100% chance to like how do I put it? Reactivate invincibility when it's removed from Spirit Steward. So let's say you have a Ravager aid, Spirit Steward like penetrates through that, boom, it just gets reactivated
Yeah.
automatically. Um, I don't know. It sounds so OP on paper because it basically makes Spirit Steward useless if you have it on everyone. Um, but I don't like how the solution to this like game-changing OP enchant skills to make people buy Glyph Set. I don't know. And you were saying attack speed doesn't even work on the set bonus, right?
Yeah, that's what they keep adding it. They continue to add it. I think it's like 3 or 4 glyphs that have it now, and hero attack speed has no effect on anything. It's not attack rate. It's not the speed in which your hero moves around, because that's the what's the summer square? You
Oh,
go
that's hero speed.
That's hero speed, yeah. Which hero speed will be big if they attach it to one of those glyphs, but
Yeah.
not.
I'm surprised they haven't, honestly. Yeah, this says attack speed 80%. This is 80%.
Yeah.
And this
And
is 80%.
I tried that Choco square. I tried that with gold resonance. So it was like 100% hero attack speed, and there was no difference on a level 1 hero.
Yeah, you said you tried it on like a level 1 Blitz, right? Or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was a level 1 hero, and then a 120 hero, and then a 220 hero. No difference.
That makes no sense to me. Um, Also, the set has leech tax, which is the first ever set bonus to have leech. I don't think that's that impactful because heroes have so much leech nowadays,
Yeah.
and the healing is capped at 3 mil, so it's not like this will change something that much. But
Imagine if they never capped it back then.
bro, then my Abyss Demon would go crazy right now.
Like so many heroes would just continue to tank.
Bro, let's be honest though, they should change it because they did 3 mil when heroes were like level 250
Yeah.
max, and we had 6 less glyph slots then. Like
Yeah.
it should go to 5 mil or something now.
Yeah. Definitely.
Other than that, the main thing from this glyph set for me is the slots are really good, and or the set bonus at least for me is that you can really do well on defense if you have it on a lot of heroes, in my opinion. Um, but time will tell. I'm sure players will get it, and we'll find out for sure.
I wonder what color the balloons will be too.
Dude, it'd
Like
be
a red
cool.
balloon,
Yeah,
a green
imagine it
balloon.
stacks and then it goes like different colors each time. That'd be
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. But yeah, this is our update review. I'm most excited to get my hands on the
Demon
Demon
Slayer
Slayer
costume.
costume. Yeah. And we talked about some top bases also about something. I don't remember. Oh yeah, the Fortitude. The Fortitude for the new hero activates for the highest attack,
Oh yeah.
and for top bases, it's kind of deceptive who has the highest attack. You'd think it'd be Shooting Star, but it's actually, well, she has 338. Pent has, oh, she might have the second most.
Yeah. The
328.
thing is, he has a 300 though, so you
Right.
might have to do a different base because his shooting star is 260.
That's a good point. Let me do, who has 250s? Probably this guy. 300, 279, 287. Yeah, so Bella and Shooting Star in this case.
Bella has a high attack. Oh my god.
Let me see. Oh, we forgot to go over it. So this guy's a ranged hero, by the way,
Oh yeah.
which is surprising for a ninja, but he's ranged and his skill does not hit buildings, which is crazy to me. Um, I feel like they have to patch that. Honestly, that's crazy.
Yeah, because after you kill the heroes, then he's just gonna do base attack. Like, there's no point of having his skill.
Yeah. But his base stats are good. He has the HP of a melee hero when he's ranged, and he has decently high attack. But Bella has. Did I cross? Oh yeah. Wow, she has 780,
Mm-hmm.
830. Yeah,
Samurai warrior with a 910.
I know, right? It's crazy. Um, but yeah, this was our update review. Just the fact that we got stuff, I'm happy about. What did you rated it out of 10?
I said an 8. Just the
Yeah,
fact that we got a, yeah, like I think in the beginning of the video I said a new hero, a costume, and a glyph set. The one thing that's missing will be a new weapon, which we haven't gotten a new weapon in a while.
yeah. I think equipment is overdue,
Yeah.
but quantity-wise, I feel like getting a hero and a glyph set and a costume is very rare. So I think yeah, like 8 out of 10. And
And the fact, I know it's not part of this update, but the fact that they nerfed Steward a couple days ago or a week ago, I think that's huge too.
yeah, and we were saying we don't think the top guilds will be 100K'd anymore. So I think that
Yeah.
it'll give a lot of good content and competition going forward.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll plug Sauce's channel in the description, and I think we'll both hopefully have new content coming for you guys soon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Peace.